Jambo, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is episode number 3 where we are talking about sexual addiction. As you can see, I'm in Sirari town. This is the background. It is very nice here. You should visit. Remember to subscribe, watch, comment and like. Also, it is important to share with your friends. Thank you. Bonjour. Today we are going to discuss about sexual addiction. Before we look into the meaning of sexual addiction, we are going to see what God gave us. God, in His wisdom, gave us sex as a gift, especially to people who are married. So it should remain to people who are married. And to the people who are married, they should do it in a correct way. A wise woman once said that a person who is able to control his or her passion is great. Samson was not able to control his passions, and it led him in a stray way. So God gave us this gift, and this gift should be well guarded. Sometimes angels watch those people who are married in awe when they are performing this act, because it is a beautiful thing that God gave to human beings. God gave Adam and Eve that act of companionship, being together, so that they could enjoy this gift of sex. But what happens? The devil has twisted it, and it has become an addiction to some people. Some people are enslaved with it. Some people think that when they have strong passions, then they are strong people. But that is not the case. These people might appear to be very weak because they are controlled by their passions. They cannot control these passions. So what is sexual addiction? Sexual addiction is the process by which a person compulsively gets into the sexual urge and does it in the wrong way, in the wrong form, with the wrong person, or he does it to himself. What are the signs of some of the sexual addictions? Number 1, we have habitual masturbation. You get to give yourself sexual pleasure. You might be using sexual objects when you're giving yourself pleasure. But one problem with masturbation is that you never reach orgasm. Researchers and writers say that masturbation has effects on the brain. So if you are doing masturbation, you should stop, because as time goes by, you're also lowering your libido, and also you will get to have erectile dysfunction in future. So masturbation is very bad, and it is one of the forms of sexual addiction. Number 2, we have excessive watching of pornography. Pornography happens in various manners and various ways. We have photos of naked people, we have videos of people who are practicing the act, we have films that have been made of pornography, we have pictures of people who are naked, etc. So pornography also affects the brain. Your brain always tells you, for you to satisfy yourself sexually, you have to look at these videos so that you can arouse yourself. And this also has effect on your health. Reason number 3, or sign number 3 of sexual addiction is cheating on partner. Or you have many multiple partners that you engage in sex with. You can go as far as practicing prostitution. You pay so that you can be given sex. This one also has adverse effects. The Bible says you should flee fornication. Also, it says in the book of Exodus that you should not commit adultery. But because you are addicted to sex, you tend to have multiple partners. We all know the effects of adultery. If your spouse gets to understand that, you are practicing it. And you also know the adverse effects of fornication. You might not be caught, but there is hell fire. Also, another sign of sexual addiction is practicing computer sex, whereby you get to watch and you also perform, or you call someone and then you perform the act by looking at that person, genital areas, naked areas, and then you perform the act, which is very wrong. God designed our bodies, and He says that our bodies are His own temple, and hence we should respect ourselves and also respect our bodies. So we should not engage in computer sex, and that is another sign of sexual addiction. After knowing the signs and symptoms of sexual addiction, what do you do? How do you deal with this sexual addiction? You want to come out of it. How do you do it? These are some of the ways to deal with sexual addiction. Number one, admit you have a problem. You have to admit to yourself and talk to yourself and say, yes, I have a problem. Most of the times, we do sex in secret places. No one is seeing us, but we all understand ourselves and we know our weaknesses. So you have to accept you have a problem. You are halfway there if you accept and say to yourself, I have this problem and I want to solve it. Number two, find ways in which you will solve your problem. If you have a partner, you can talk to your partner and tell your partner, I have been watching pornographic materials. I've been engaging in sexual fantasies. I've been doing this and this. Will you help me? Will you help me get rid of this? So determine to be helped too. Seek a professional help. There are people outside there who are trained, you can talk to, and they can help you so that you can overcome your addiction. You don't need to suffer yourself. Open up and tell people that I have this problem. I watch too much pornography. I have several sexual partners. What should I do? Another way of solving your sexual addiction is by seeking divine help. God made you. He understands you, every part of you. And He is very responsible with your being if you accept to go to Him in prayer and tell God, I have this problem. He understands and He knows when you started it. So you need to make that step of faith and go to God. They also say, the Bible is written in the book of James, that faith without action is dead. So you have to put it into action. By the way, we should not take it as a very big thing, because even people who are in the pulpit perform this act. If you go to God, God will surely help you out of this problem. Another way of dealing with sexual addiction is by discarding all things that make you do that. If they are sexual toys, you have to throw them away. If they are naked pictures, you have to throw them away. Pornographic videos and films, you have to destroy them. You know what they say, out of sight, out of mind. If you keep them, you will tend to be tempted and persuaded to take them and watch them. So you discard them totally out of your life because you have made the decision. Keep yourself busy also. Have schedules, have plans, work, so that your brain is engaged in something else. Don't just sit and idle. An idle mind, they always say, is the devil's workshop. So teach yourself to work. Teach yourself to get busy so that you don't engage in these acts. Know the effects of doing sexual things and sexual stuff that are bad, getting addicted to them. For example, it will ruin your relationship with your spouse, it will ruin your relationship with your children, it will ruin your relationship with your God, who is very paramount. So you should get to know the effects and stop. All in all, sexual addiction is not good. Seek help, pray to God, discard all the materials, and most of all, run away from temptations. Run away from temptations. Temptations are there, but teach yourself to take a flight. If someone is telling you to do that, or your urges are telling you to do that, learn to run away. It is safe when you are away. Joseph did run away, and we also have the ability to run away. Thank you, and keep in touch for more episodes in this channel. Thank you.